Now you're on your own, only me beside you, still you're not alone! Hi! Roger, I didn't think you'd come. No. It's fine. I'm glad you did. Yeah, I'm moving to Connecticut, a state I've never been to, and thus harbor no real desire to move to. My mom? Well, she went straight to Connecticut to get things settled at the new house. Not that I blame her, of course, for going ahead of me, considering what happened was my fault. So I've been alone in our house for the past month, shamelessly eating nothing but pizza and listening to Sondheim nonstop. You know me, theater geek. Anyway, the plan to get me to Connecticut with her is, in theory, simple. I'll just, keys. I'll just pack up the rest of our stuff into boxes and drive our car cross-country from California to Connecticut. It's just the car that poses a problem. Elvis Presley once wrote that the truth is like the sun. You can shut it out for a time, but it ain't going away. In today's society, it is often more convenient to shove down one's feelings than it is to express them. This is true for Amy, a teen who recently lost her father in a car accident, and for myself, as I too know what it's like to lose your dad. There are times when I share Amy's inability to express the guilt, grief, and sadness that comes with losing a parent. However, whether it be talking to your best friend Roger or performing in a round of Prose, we find that there is always an outlet for our grief, and that no matter what, there will always be someone who is willing to listen. Amy and Roger's epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I can't drive. I mean, I can. I have my license, but I haven't driven since the accident, and until now, I had no plans to do it ever again. Oh. Well, you're right. After the accident happened, I didn't talk very much about it. Still don't, I guess, because I don't want to finally talk about it, have that open up all these doors for people to ask me all those questions, like, what? No, I can't talk to her. My mother doesn't listen to me. It's too hard for her. Shouldn't really come as a surprise, though. I mean, she blames me and I blame myself, so it makes sense that we don't exactly share our feelings around the kitchen table. What do you mean? I'm not doing anything with my... nervous habit. It started right after the accident. What? But back to the problem at hand, driving. I'm terrified. It's horrible, actually. Lately, even just being the passenger in a car has been a harrowing experience. And to think, it had once been my favorite thing to do. I mean, driving was where I could blast Spring Awakening, and no one could judge me for it. And when I was little, it was the site of many, many family road trips.
We're going on a trip, just me and Dad. When we're in the car, just Dad and I have responsibilities. Like when a CD needs changing, I'm in charge of putting in the next one. Ugh, except when my dad is driving, there's not much to choose from. With him, it's all Elvis. I prefer Broadway musical soundtracks, but he is not an Andrew Lloyd Webber fan. Pfft. With him, it's just Elvis. Elvis was his favorite. That man could listen to the King for hours on end. I mean, with Dad, it was just... Sorry, it just hit me that Elvis was the last thing we were listening to before the accident. Do you remember how I said I can't talk to my mom? Yeah, she never talks to me about my dad, not even about the good stuff, the stuff we want to remember. I guess I've just been waiting for her to talk to me about it. Because, Roger, it's Jekyll and Hyde with her. One minute she's there, and the next... she's gone.
It's not that I can't say it. It's that I can't not say it anymore. There is a part of me that wants to talk about it, but there's another part of me, the part I've been listening to for the past 3 months, that tells me to just make like my mother, pretend that everything is fine, but everything is so not fine. I've stopped living entirely so I won't have to feel anything again, because feeling leads to hurting, and I don't want it to hurt. I just want to talk, and now I finally have someone to talk to, but why does this seem so impossible? Why can't I just say it? Why can't I just say these few little words? Why can't I just say that the accident was my fault because I was driving the car? I had grabbed the keys from his hand and then got into the driver's side of our car. I start the car, buckle my seatbelt, and remind my dad to put on his because he never wore his seatbelt. Then I back slowly out of the driveway and pull up to the intersection, braking of course when the light turns yellow because I'm a responsible driver. Then, when the light turns green, I slowly begin to pull through. When I notice something out of the corner of my eye, it's a flash of red at SUV coming right towards me. Dad! I overheard the paramedics talking at the scene. They said if he had not had on his seatbelt, he most likely would have just been thrown into the back seat and suffered only minor bruising. But I made him put it on. I made him put it on, and it was all my fault. And this is what I have been living with. This is what I have been shoving down. If I had just run the yellow or didn't make him put his seatbelt on, then this wouldn't have happened, but it happened. Why aren't you here, Dad? It's not fair. I miss you and I want you back. I want my dad back. Miss my dad. So sorry, but that felt really good to finally say out loud to someone. I remember this. It's a postcard from our trip to Graceland. God, he loved Elvis. You can't let things stop you just because you're afraid. Come on. Next stop, Connecticut.